Okay, y'all. First time we crank this whole thing up in a couple months. So it's gonna be a good cold start for you. We checked the carburetor for mice or any critters that might have decided to take home in there over winter. Everything looks good there. We checked the oil on it. It's dirty, but it's full. So we're gonna try to light her off here. Old choke's kind of funny on this truck, but we're getting ready to change that carburetor anyway, so I know you old timers gotta know about the old prop ride trick out there. Let this thing warm up in the cold weather. Well, y'all, we finally getting around to putting our old radio in Blacksheep here. We just got the wiring harness done up. Just went ahead and put some wire loom on it, make it look kind of nice and neat and keep everything protected from getting frayed. Got the ground run to the factory location. We just did away with the ground strap. And then got our speaker wires here. We got to run to the back into the doors. For the power, we just used a fuse tap. Did it the right way instead of just cramming the wire in there. Put a fuse tap in there, running the power off the radio fuse, and then running the memory off the hazard light fuse. And we did a little dusting while we was in here. Dusted up some of this old insulation that was falling loose in the dash. But we'll check back with you here in a second on another update. We was lucky enough that the previous owner had already put a radio in this truck, so we didn't have to buy the install kit for the dash. And it's pretty simple. I mean, if you ever worked with radios, you just, the cage that comes on the radio from the factory, you just take these tabs and bend them out so they kind of hold this cage in there still. There we go. I think you can see it better now. It's pretty simple. It's just take a flat head and bend them tabs out. Now it's just 2 screws that hold this in the dash. I'll check back with you when I get it bolted up. Okay, y'all, we got the dash kit installed there. It's basically just 2 screws, 1 in each corner that holds it in there. And then the actual dash bezel will cover it up. So we're gonna pop the radio in there and then put the trim back on it. Run these speaker wires. Okay, y'all, there it is. Final install. Looks pretty clean. I like it in there. It's tucked back nice and neat. Everything's all black. We still got the door speaker. We're gonna run the wires for the door speakers. Trying to figure out what we're gonna do about that as far as trimming out the door panels, or if I'm gonna try to fit them behind the door panels so you keep the factory look. But for the time being, we just got some 6x9s behind the seat. We went with Pioneer. Everything Pioneer. There's a part number on those speakers. I'm gonna build a box for those, but just for the temporary sake of testing it out, we're gonna go through the radio and set all the presets and stuff, and then we'll come back and give y'all a little sound sample of it. It's going through its demo mode now. This is a Pioneer with the CD player on it. It's hard to find these with the CD player anymore. So every time I see them, I try to grab them up. We just put one of these in the S10 for 80 bucks. I think it's what we gave for it. I mean, you can't beat these things. It's 50 watts by 4. It's Bluetooth, Smart Sync. It's got the Pioneer Smart Sync app. If you download it on your phone, it's got like a 31 band equalizer on there. You can do fine tuning adjustments on the audio. You can change the volume from the app. You can switch back and forth between sources. Like if you wanted to switch from CD to Spotify or Pandora, you can do all that from the app. It's even integrated with your favorite navigation. If you just hit that little arrow, it takes you right to your favorite navigation. For $80, I mean, you can't beat these things. And we're old school. We still like to play CDs. So, I mean, eventually you're not going to be able to find these things with a CD player on them anymore. So, for $80, and I'm definitely pleased with the one we put in the S10. I mean, I've always been a big fan of Pioneer. I mean, everybody has their personal preference, but I've had Sonys, I've had Alpines, I've had Iowas. I've always just kind of come back to Pioneer. For the price, you get a pretty good bang for your buck. Like I said, we got those Pioneer 6x9s, and then they didn't have the 6.5, so I went with the 5 1/4 for the door speakers. I didn't know exactly how we were going to mount them. We're still debating on that. So, but with 4 Pioneers in here, this thing's going to be rocking. We'll let it finish its demo mode there, and then we'll do the presets on it. Okay, y'all, I don't know if it's picking up with the glare or not, but if you download the Pioneer Smart Sync app on your phone, you can control everything from your phone for this radio. I mean, volume up, volume down, forward track, reverse track, just by swiping. We'll pause it so we don't get a copyright, but let me show you where it really gets interesting. You go into sound effects here, and they give you a 31 band equalizer. You can do a simple version, which gives you like 3 settings to adjust, or you can do a detailed version. So it just gives you low, mids, and highs on the simple version. But if you go into the detailed version, you have a full 31 band equalizer. I mean, you can basically drag your finger and create a custom profile here on the fly. Like if it's playing music, it'll adjust every time. You can drag these and manipulate it however you feel the need to, without having to buy any extra equipment. I mean, this is back in the day. You used to have an external equalizer to do this, but now it's just as easy as a swipe of a finger. If you want to zoom in and get really detailed with it, you can zoom in, have an exploded view of each little bar. So I think that's pretty neat to have the features of that, to be able to have it on your phone. And it gives you 2 or 3 custom settings you can do. You can go in and change the theme of this, like the wallpaper design of it, the look of it. We're still learning, so it's got contact list. Go to all your contacts. Source, you can switch it from source right there. Navigation. I mean, there's many different things in here. Like I said, we're still learning. So that's pretty neat. There's the part number on that radio if y'all was interested in it. I found this at my local Walmart. Like I said, they had 2 of them, so I bought both of them. One for the work truck and then one for Lucas's truck. And there's all the little features it does. If you got a newer car, it can work with your steering wheel controls. It can play files off of a jump drive, auxiliary cord, It does speech to text, pretty much anything any smart radio nowadays can do. But the main benefit for me was it still played CDs. I'm sorry about the camera work here. For 75 or 80 bucks, I don't think you can go wrong. But we're gonna wrap it up right here. We're gonna go in and try to edit this video together and eat a little supper. Call it a day. Y'all have a good one.